The Westwood One radio network. One of the top remaining free agents has found a new home. The Steelers are signing former Chargers Pro Bowl defensive end Melvin Ingram to a one-year deal. Ingram struggled with injuries in 2020, but averaged 9 sacks a year the previous 5 seasons. Another Pro Bowl defensive lineman could also be on the move. Former Bengal Geno Atkins is now recovered from a torn rotator cuff and will begin taking free agent visits. Meantime, Vikings defensive tackle Michael Pierce injured his calf and could miss the start of training camp. Giants running back Saquon Barkley said Monday his surgically repaired knee is feeling good. So will he be on the field when camp begins next week?
No, I don't have an answer, to be honest. Just got to continue to listen to my body, listen to the trainers, listen to the coaches. Just take it day by day.
Is it at least safe to say, day one, you're not going to be able to go full go, right?
I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see, right?
This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
When you're ready to buy something, the first thing you do is go online. But buying a home is different. You've got loan applications, pre-approvals, competing offers, the list goes on. That's where a Realtor comes in. Realtors have expertise and local knowledge to give you a competitive edge that a search bar just can't. And in today's market, an edge is what you need. So when you're ready to buy a home, the first thing to do is make sure you have an agent who's a Realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
I need tech that can make me as productive in my home office as I am at my office.
It's possible with Staples Connect.
How about tech that will help me focus on my work and my workouts?
Also possible. Staples Connect has all the tech you need to work and learn from home. And now Apple AirPods Pro are only $179. That's $70 off. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or at staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. N731 Limit 2 in-store only.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. It is a Tuesday, 27th day of July, 2021. Good morning, Gene.
There's a lot of 20s in there.
There is.
Good morning.
And we threw a 21 in just to be different.
Just to throw us a curveball.
Yeah. Oh, let's celebrate a Tuesday. Made it through another Monday.
Did in style.
Yeah. Oh, well. And let's see. We're going to enjoy just a brief respite from the threat of showers, thunderstorms, flash floods, and everything else. But then it's going to jump right back.
They've been wearing that out for a while here.
Yeah.
It might.
And much of the nasty weather... Hang on.
Nasty weather. If you wondered where Carroll went, he just went across the control room.
Anyway, in a flash, you notice that?
I did.
Yeah.
Jumped right over that table over there.
Okay. Anyway, most of the nasty weather has surrounded us. La Paz County.
Yeah.
They...
Arizona.
Yeah. It used to be Yuma County. They split Yuma County off about 20 years ago and made La Paz County. And they have had flash flood warnings almost daily.
Yeah, they're going to feel lonely if they go a forecast without that as part of the description.
Yeah, but the big deal is there's not a whole lot in La Paz County.
No, that's true.
Quartzsite?
Quartzsite.
Yeah.
Got the international airport there now.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's quite a thing. I urge you to consider seeing that. Of course, they have that huge shopping mall that they put in a couple of years ago.
I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have a Quick Mart, and they had some great ice cream.
Quick Mart as in like a convenience store? A store?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I hope they're keeping that ice cream cold right now.
Yes. Oh, well, it's been a while since I've been down 95 and through Quartzsite.
Quartzsite, yeah. Well, you just need to do it ever so often. Every 10 years or so.
Okay. We've got birthdays. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
TV producer Norman Lear is 99.
Wow.
Okay. Actor John Plachette is 79. Actor-director Betty Thomas, she was on Hill Street Blues and shifted from acting to directing. She's 74. Singer Maureen McCormick is 72. Actor Roxanne Hart, 67. Comedian Bill Engvall is 64. He's one of the redneck comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actor Julian McMahon, 53. Actor Nicholas Coster-Waldau is 51. Actor Shamus Deaver, 45. Actor Jonathan Rhys-Myers, 44. Actor Taylor Schilling is 37. Actor Olivia Allen Lind is 14.
Okay. Boy, that name's bigger than the person, probably.
Yes. Okay, we got local birthdays. Stick around.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Angela Yarnell, Sidney Campos, Denise Gonzalez, Ruben Fernandez, Carino Romero, Christopher Rees, Leticia Moreno, Richard Jimenez, Loretta Valadez, Tracy Sosa, Anna Murillo, Gabriel Padilla, James Haley, John Jutzel, Lisa Sanchez, Jose Montez, Megan Kosciuszko, Musette Morris, Socorro Urias, Stephen Beltran, Tracy Pessel, and Aaron Navarro. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay. And many happy returns of the same, right?
Happy birthday.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Like I said, the weather for the next day or two, not going to be too bad. So, we might as well do what we can to enjoy it.
Yeah, well, stick your head out the door right now. Not bad outside. You'll be pleased. I guess would be the right way to look at it.
Yeah. So have you been following the summer games? And a
little bit.
To be sure. Okay, it's the 2020 summer games.
Summer games.
Okay. They're still calling it that, even though it's 2021, because I think it's a marketing thing.
I think so, too. It may not make sense, but hey, it's a marketing thing.
You got it. And some upsets. Simone Biles, physically okay. Said just too much pressure. She can't really perform at the level that she needs to perform, and doubtful she may be competing.
Yeah. And she's had that challenge before.
Yes. And let's see, the women's softball, they lost the gold to Japan.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a shocker.
Big upset.
Yeah. And the men's basketball team, I'm sorry, it's not a team. It's a bunch of individuals, exactly the way the NBA plays the game. It's individuals, and basketball is still a team sport, except in the NBA.
So who is doing record-wise right now?
I don't have that specifically in front of me, but most of the European countries are doing very well. They've learned to play team basketball.
Yeah, they have.
Pass the ball.
The ball went past you.
Yes.
Out of bounds.
Okay.
I want to do that.
Anyway, we've got news if you're ready.
We certainly do.
Okay, it's a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News special report.
Some people are trying to deny what happened, to whitewash it.
Mississippi Democrat Benny Thompson opening the first public hearings into the deadly riots at the Capitol, promising not to let anyone
turn the insurrectionists into martyrs. but the whole world saw the reality of what happened on January 6th.
Police officers on duty that day are testifying right now. It was like a medieval battle. Sergeant Aquilino Gunnell.
It is imperative that the events of January 6th are fully investigated, and the Congress and the American people know the truth of what actually occurred, and that all those responsibles are held accountable.
One of just two Republicans on the panel, Liz Cheney.
We must also know what happened every minute of that day in the White House. Every phone call, every conversation, every meeting leading up to, during, and after the attack.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California Headline News. Officials in Kern County identifying the deputy shot over the weekend. Sheriff Donnie Youngblood says Philip Campus, who died in a standoff, will be missed.
He touched everybody in our organization. 5 years, everybody knew who he was. He was on the honor guard. He was just a star in our organization.
Youngblood says the other officer injured in the town of Wasco was Deputy DeSander Guerrero. The incident apparently a domestic violence hostage situation. The other people killed believed to be the suspect's two sons and their mom. The suspect killed as well. Governor Gavin Newsom expressing frustration over the argument at getting the COVID vaccine as a personal choice.
With all due respect, you don't have a choice to go out and drink and drive and put everybody else's lives at risk. That's the equivalent.
Newsom announcing that beginning August 10th, state employees and healthcare workers will have to provide proof of COVID vaccination or get tested on a regular basis. 22% containment on the nearly 200,000-acre Dixie Fire in Butte and Plumas counties. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
Let's start with everyone out there looking to catch up on some much-needed summer fun. Narrow it to all those summer fun seekers who got caught without sunscreen. Oh, for you, Walgreens now offers delivery in as little as 1 hour. From sunscreen to bug spray to snacks and toys, Walgreens makes it easy to get the essentials you need quickly so you can keep your summer going.
Right now, buy one sun care item from brands like Banana Boat, get one 50% off. Not equal lesser price, valid through 9/4. Restrictions apply. See Walgreens.com for details.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life. I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub. It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors, and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Greatest invention ever. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
It's page one of the local news, page one of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
It's Tuesday morning, and that means there will be a county board of supervisors meeting today. George Gale filed this story.
The board goes into the public portion of their meeting at 10 o'clock this morning. The meeting is available via live stream, available on the county website. The board will receive an update on COVID-19 from the county public health department. They will consider a professional services agreement with Orbit Health Incorporated. A board will consider a standard agreement with the California Department of Aging. Supervisors will discuss scholarship match to 40 qualifying students for agricultural benefit program scholarships. They will hold 2 public hearings today. One will be to consider an appeal of the Planning Commission's decision to approve the Heber 2 geothermal repower project. Second public hearing will be to consider awarding of the contract for pavement rehabilitation project at the county airport. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
The state of California is implementing new rules for state employees. The state will now require all state workers and workers in healthcare and high-risk congregate settings to either show proof of full vaccination or be tested at least once a week. Unvaccinated workers will also be required to wear appropriate personal protective equipment as well. The high-risk congregant settings includes adult and senior residential living facilities, homeless shelters, and jails. The new policy for state workers will take effect August the 2nd, and for healthcare workers and congregate facilities on August 9th. Healthcare facilities will have until August 23rd to come into full compliance. KXO News Time 743.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro suggest the works, including tire rotation and pressure check, brake inspection, fluid top-off, battery test, filter check, belts and hoses check, and synthetic blend oil change with up to 6 quarts of Motorcraft oil plus oil filter. You can't beat the works. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in Brawley and El Centro, ready to serve.
The IID board has called for a special meeting today, Tuesday, July the 27th. The board will convene at 10:45 this morning. They will then go into closed session. They will be meeting for a public employee appointment, meaning the general counsel. That will conclude this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. and now on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a 5-minute podcast highlight of the show or the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage.
Continuing with more local news, the Mayan Hotel say they are cleared of asbestos or other hazardous material and let that demolition begin. Here's George Gale with more.
That means demolition can begin. Officials say they will begin bringing the Mayan Hotel down today. Structure was determined to be a public nuisance after it was gutted by fire a few months ago. They say it'll take about a week to raise the structure down to the foundation. Officials say that it would take another court order to demolish the foundation. They say because of that, the foundation will remain in place for the time being. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
More rescues for El Centro Border Patrol. 8 people were rescued in 2 incidents. The first incident was reported Thursday afternoon. Agents were notified a group of 4 had crossed into the U.S. illegally, were in distress. 4-Star also responded to the call. A few minutes after being dispatched, agents found a group of individuals about 3 miles north of the international border and north of Highway 98. All 4 were checked, and it was determined one needed additional medical treatment for dehydration. Emergency medical services was called to the location. The individual responded to treatment from the Ocotillo Fire and Borstarf unit. The 4 all Mexican nationals were transported to the El Centro Sector Processing Center. The second incident was reported early Friday morning. The California Highway Patrol reported another group of 4 had entered the U.S. Illegally and were without water, lost, and in distress in the mountains. Agents in the area were notified. Department of Defense U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter also joined the search using the last known GPS coordinates. The group, all Mexican nationals, were located about a half mile north of the international border. It was determined none of the 4 were in need of medical attention. They were all transported to the El Centro Sector Processing Center. In other local news, Imperial County Child Support Services recognized. Here's more in the story.
They are among 4 child support services recognized. Child Support Directors Association has honored the Kern, Imperial, Riverside, and San Bernardino County Departments of Child Support Services. They were recognized or presented the 2021 Positive Collaboration Award. The 4 agencies were honored for their Southern Inland Regional Child Support Collaborative, or CIRC. CIRC was introduced through a website, and in November of 2019, they held their first joint employer workshop in San Bernardino. They continue to serve the residents and families despite the challenges over the past year. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, warmer and drier weather will temporarily return through Wednesday. However, later in the week, another wave of low pressure is expected to affect the region, bringing a return to more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity as early as Thursday. The more active monsoon activity should persist into the weekend before a gradual decrease in shower and storm chances by early next week. 103 our high yesterday, 79 the low. Sunny today with a high near 106. Light wind becoming south-southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 84. South wind about 5 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 109. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming north-northwest later in the morning. 81 degrees downtown, 62% relative humidity. The wind is calm. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. You can see David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, auto, and home insurance as well.
1 to get ready.
We're ready.
2 to get set.
Tables are set.
And 3 to go.
Let's go.
Burgers and Beer is ready for you. We are open and our meals are fresh and made to your order. We are set. Our tables are set. Our condiment trays are fresh, stocked, and chilled. Our doors are open and it's go time. Come in and enjoy all your favorites at Burgers and Beer. The bacon is sizzling, the fries are frying, the burgers are cooking, and all of the beverages are ice cold. It's a good day at Burgers and Beer.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball action, the Angels ripped the Rockies 6-2. Braves blanked the Mets 2-0 in the opener of a twin bill. The Mets came back and shut out the Braves 1-0 in the nightcap. Red Sox edged the Blue Jays 5-4. Meanwhile, the Phillies slipped by the Nationals 6-5. Cubs beat the Reds 6-5. Royals nipped the White Sox 4-3. Twins edged the Tigers 6-5 in 10 innings. And it was the Mariners over the Astros 11-8. And the trade deadline coming up. And who's on the move? Are the Padres going to make a move for a starting pitcher? How about the Dodgers? They need a starting pitcher as well. Meanwhile, Angels manager Joe Maddon says Shohei Ohtani should win the American League MVP. According to Maddon, it's not even close.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, the Green Bay Packers saying, hey, Aaron, what do you want? The Packers are offering concessions, trying to persuade Aaron Rodgers to return to Green Bay for at least one more season. Over the past weekend, the two sides were able to reach mutually agreed upon terms that are close to persuading Rodgers to abandon plans he had to skip training camp and instead show up. Meanwhile, 10 women have now filed complaints with Houston police about Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. That, according to Watson's attorney. The attorney spoke with ESPN yesterday about the progress of the criminal and civil cases involving his client. 8 of the women, according to Harden, are among the 22 women who have alleged in lawsuits that Watson sexually assaulted them or engaged in sexually inappropriate behavior during massage sessions. And SEC presidents and chancellors have scheduled a meeting for Thursday in which they will discuss expansion and whether to add Oklahoma and Texas to what would be college football's first 16-team super conference. The Longhorns and Sooners could formally ask the SEC to consider them for membership as early as this week. Don't forget, we've got 2020 summer game updates throughout the day right here on AM 1230. We'll keep you up to date. What's happening in Tokyo? That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. You can log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Are you feeling tired? Or are you actually just thirsty? Grab a water, my friends, to help hydrate and feel energized the healthy way.
Funded by USDA SNAP, an equal opportunity provider and employer. More healthy victories at CalFreshHealthyLiving.org.
And financial news and weather is next. It's brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Goldman Sachs slashed its forecast for U.S. economic activity in the second half of this year, pointing to sluggish consumer spending on services, as well as threats posed by the COVID-19 Delta variant. During the pandemic and the start of the recovery, Americans spent big on goods. Used car prices soared, as did prices for furniture and other household items in response to surging demand and shortages of materials. But in normal times, consumers spend much more on services like concerts or dining out. And the big spending on goods that has defined the pandemic recovery so far isn't sustainable to keep the U.S. economy growing. That's why rotation is necessary in how people spend their cash, according to Goldman Sachs in a note to clients. But fears around the Delta variant are keeping services spending down. And the word is the labels on Campbell's soup cans are getting their first redesign in 50 years. Yeah, you may be able to notice that the famed red and white design remains, but the Campbell's logo is receiving a modernized logo scripture, which includes eliminating the shadow and a slightly changed font that is based on founder Joseph Campbell's original signature. Other changes include the word soup printed in a new font, along with a slanted O as a nod to the brand's original label from 1898. Also, the C from the redesigned Campbell's signature is used in the fleur-de-lis next to the word soup. You want to take a closer look at it? Well, I'd suggest you give Chico a call at Vaughn's, and you and Chico can study the Campbell's soup can.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Markets are showing red. Dow off nearly 100 points. S&P 500 down 21. And the NASDAQ off 203 points. Gold down $2.80 an ounce. Oil off 20 cents a barrel. We will have sunny skies today with a high near 106. Light wind becoming south-southeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 84. South wind about 5 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 109. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming north-northwest later in the morning. 82 degrees, 61% relative humidity. Right now, the wind is calm. And air quality throughout the valley is good. In Mexicali, moderate with elevated PM 2.5. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
CBS News is coming up. After that, I'm back.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. The Centers for Disease Control is poised to recommend new mask guidance today. In a reversal, it's set to say fully vaccinated people should wear masks indoors in certain areas where there's increased risk as COVID cases rise, pushed by the Delta variant. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
We're going to have to wear masks now whenever we go indoors or we're with people because we can't validate or document who has been vaccinated versus not. And so you may be at risk of catching and spreading the virus in those situations.
As we hear from WWJ Radio's Jeff Gilbert, action is being taken in some major workplaces.
Ford reinstating its mask mandates in Missouri and Florida as those states report rising numbers of COVID-19 cases. This impacts the big Kansas City assembly plant as well as Ford's automated vehicle operations near Miami. Just last week, GM reinstated the mask mandate at a plant near St. Louis.
On Capitol Hill, a select committee is hearing testimony as it opens its investigation into the January Capitol attack.
Some harrowing testimony from Capitol Police Sergeant Aquilino Gale, an Iraq War veteran who tried to defend the Capitol on that day.
For the first time, I was more afraid to work at the Capitol than my entire deployment to Iraq.
Other officers describe hand-to-hand combat with rioters who stormed the Capitol. The ranking Republican on the committee, Representative Liz Cheney, says the events of January 6th cannot go unanswered.
If Congress does not act responsibly, this will remain a cancer on our constitutional republic.
Chairman Benny Thompson says that cannot be allowed to happen.
Our only charge is to follow the facts.
Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Stunning twist today at the Tokyo Olympics. CBS's Steve Futterman says the top American star suffered a setback.
Simone Biles says she did not get hurt.
No, no injury, thankfully, and that's why I took a...
She told reporters she realized after her vault that it would be best if she took a step back. She talked about the pressure she's been facing.
It's been a long week. It's been a long Olympic process. It's been a long year. So just a lot of different variables, and I think we're just a little bit too stressed out.
As for competing on Thursday in the women's all-around competition, Biles says that's not yet been determined. Steve Futterman, CBS News at the Summer Olympics in Tokyo.
With Biles out, U.S. women won the silver today. Russians took the gold. The man accused of killing 8 people at 3 spas in the Atlanta area pled guilty today to 4 of those shootings. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 85 points. This is CBS News.
Daily reports and analysis from the world's most respected journalists on CBS Eye on the World with John Batchelor. Weeknights on the CBS Radio Network.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
For many men, divorce brings a bewildering sense of loss. You feel adrift, isolated, like you're the only person in the world. But the good news is you're not alone. Cordell & Cordell can help guide you through all aspects of divorce. Let us be there for you.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Phoenix area attorneys. 6730 North Scottsdale Road, Suite 230, Scottsdale, Arizona, 85253. CordellCordell.com. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
The U.S. dollar is plummeting. Protect your savings against inflation with precious metals. I'm Dinesh D'Souza for Birch Gold Group. Birch Gold Group is who I trust to help you protect your IRA or 401k with gold and silver. With thousands of satisfied customers, an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, get a free information kit by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. Again, text PROTECT to 989898 today.
A new analysis of some storied stained glass in Britain has come up with a better idea of just how old it is.
For centuries, the faithful have worshipped by the light of the glittering stained glass of Canterbury Cathedral, the global seat of the worldwide Anglican Church. They knew it was old. Now a new dating technique suggests some of its panels date from the 1130s. Chief conservationist Leonie Seliger.
There are a handful of other windows in the world that date to that time period. So it's hugely exciting to join that elite club.
Perhaps most miraculous of all, these stained glass panels somehow survived a fire that devoured the cathedral in 1174. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Well, surfing is an Olympic sport now, and an American woman took gold in the event today. 28-year-old Clarissa Moore got off to a slow start, but rallied to win. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO.